a shot at 12:23. You remember how your grandpa used to say, "Nothing good happens after midnight"? Well, it turns out nothing good happened just after noon on September 10th either. At 12:23 p.m., in a wide-open daylight at Utah Valley University, one bullet cracked the air and set off a chain reaction that still rattles around in folks' bones. Charlie Kirk, love him or loathe him, was silenced in a way no debate ever should be. The news spread faster than a wildfire in August. Before sundown, the word assassination was everywhere. And before the week was out, 90,000 to 150,000 mourners filled a memorial service, presidents and commoners alike standing under the same roof. Now, numbers that big are like deer herds in old Ashley County. Hard to count exact, but you know it was a lot. A suspect, a note, a confession. They caught the young man quick, just 33 hours later. Tyler James Robinson, 22 years old, confessed even. Left notes under keyboards like some kind of dark scavenger hunt. Told his roommate he was going to take out Charlie Kirk. His parents, poor souls, pieced it together from the news photo and a phone call that must have chilled their blood. The prosecutors in Utah, they're loading their legal rifle with every round they can find. Death penalty on the table. Firing squad not off it. You'd think that'd be enough to close the book, but nope. Because we humans, we never settle for a simple tale if we can weave a tangle instead. The FBI's deep digging. Enter the FBI. Director Kash Patel said it plain. This is going to be meticulous, if not perfect. They're poking around rooftops, tracing bullet angles, counting shell casings, and combing through Discord chats like raccoons pawing through last night's trash. And here's the rub. They're not just asking, did he do it? They're asking, did he do it alone? Because every great American crime, from JFK on down, grows conspiracy theories like mushrooms after rain. A second shooter, secret signals in the crowd, a plane that lost its tracker in the mountains. Lord, we've been here before. The Bureau's trying to shut all that down tight, slam the lid before it starts bubbling over. Digital shadows. Now, in the old days, you could tell a man by the company he kept at the feed store or the barber shop. Nowadays, it's Discord service and text threads. Robinson had himself a little digital campfire with 20-odd people talking politics. Did they egg him on? Did they know? Or were they just swapping memes and grievances while one of their number was sharpening a much deadlier point? That's what the FBI wants to know. They're sweeping through laptops, phones, even blueprints of the university roof. You can almost picture the agents hunched over diagrams, tracing footprints like deer hunters, circling tracks in the mud. Security, or the lack of it. Another thing folks can't quit chewing on is how in the world a man like Charlie Kirk, who had more enemies than a chicken in a fox den, wound up at an event with only 8 guards for 3,000 people. That math don't add up. Some say it was negligence, some say it was arrogance, some say it was just the way of our times, where we figure lightning won't strike us until it does. Either way, the deep dive isn't just about a shooter on a roof. It's about a system that left a high-profile target exposed in a world where death threats aren't just idle words anymore. The bigger picture. Now let me step back a bit. Out in the woods, a bobcat doesn't kill because it hates the rabbit. It kills because it's wired to survive. But people, we add layers of grievance, politics, and righteousness until the act itself gets twisted into some kind of grim sermon. Robinson told investigators Kirk spread too much hate, and so he answered with the ultimate hate. That's the paradox of man. We fight monsters, and in the fighting, we risk becoming them. Meanwhile, the rest of us are left gawking, scared, angry, suspicious. Some whisper about conspiracies, others demand vengeance. Still others just shake their heads and wonder if this is the new normal. The porch light reflection. Here's the thing, neighbor. An assassination is never just about the man who pulled the trigger or the man who fell. It's about the whole ecosystem, our political climate, our online chatter, our thirst for spectacle, and our failure to keep each other safe even when we know the risks. It's about how a single crack of a rifle can echo louder than 1,000 speeches. And maybe it's also about us learning, finally, to mind the lessons nature's been showing all along. You leave food scraps around, you'll draw possums and armadillos both. You leave security gaps around, you'll draw trouble just as sure. Closing thoughts. So where does it end? In a Utah courtroom, probably, with a jury of 12 ordinary folks staring down a decision heavy enough to buckle the knees. But even after verdicts are read and sentences passed, the deeper wound will linger. We got to figure out if we're going to be a country where disagreements are hammered out with words and ballots, or one where rifles do the talking. Because if it's the latter, then we're just another ghost herd, vanishing into the mist like the deer did once upon a time. I reckon the best we can do is keep the porch light burning, keep talking across the fence line, and pray that next time when noon rolls around, the loudest crack we hear is just the backfire of an old pickup headed down the road.